Morning and welcome to the channel, and today I am going to bring you my in-depth review of the Garmin Edge 1050, the most fast, most responsive bike computer out on the market so far. I've been using this for about a few weeks, going up some of the biggest climbs in the Lake District and some of the craziest routes you can do in the Lake District to test this out fully, and I want to bring you all the information I've found out about it and obviously hopefully help you if you are thinking about buying this computer. What I'll do is I'll put it into chapters, so if there's any certain thing you want to look at, have a look at the chapters and it might be there. Hopefully you'll watch for the full video, but let's get into it and let's firstly get into the price. So the price of this is £649.99. Now all the prices I'm going to mention today are from the Garmin official website. I know you can get them cheaper elsewhere, and I'm going to show you where you can get this £50 cheaper and how to get it £50 cheaper later on in the video. But all my prices are going to be from the Garmin website. Like for instance, the 1040 Solar is around £620 to £30 on the Garmin website. I'll put it up there, the proper price, and that is the next level down from here. But so what are you getting for that extra money for this 1050? And can I just say, the screen on it, the brightness on it is absolutely epic. If I scroll down and go to full brightness, it is absolutely bright. It's probably as bright as your mobile phone. And if I just show you up there, you're probably just seeing a white screen, but I can see it crystal clear. It's that bright. So you're obviously not going to spend all that money just for the brightness. It's what it can do as a processing standpoint, how fast it is. And I'm going to just go through a quick run through it and show you how fast. So if I go into navigation, go to courses, go to the first course on the top, I just wanted to show you how quick it is going through everything you can go through, and it just shows, I'm just going through this quick just to show you how responsive it is. Shows you what climbs you've got on that course, and it's just that quick and lets it go back to the start. Yeah, it's absolutely so responsive on the touch. Even when you're on the bike, it is absolute brilliant getting to where you need to get to on the computer itself. You know, the processor in it is just absolute brilliant. So with all this extra brightness and extra processing, you probably think the battery life is not going to be very good. So let's get into the battery life and let's see how good this is. So I'll bring up the screen of the what you should get on the 1050. If you have got everything on it, all your sensors and all that sort of thing, Garmin is saying you should get 20 hours. But if you've got it in saving modes and stuff like that, and brightness down and stuff like that, you could get up to 60 hours. Now that is absolute crazy as a battery life. I mean, 20 hours with everything on, brightness up full, and all your sensors and everything connected to it. I mean, I'm never ever going to do a 20-mile ride. So I absolutely think the battery on it is absolute unreal, and I'm really impressed with the battery life on it. Yeah, so like I said, I've had this for a few weeks now, and I've had it on a few rides, and I've let obviously the battery drain down from my rides, and it does actually. I've got like my power sensors, my Di2 sensors, my cadence sensors, my radar, Garmin radar and Varia connected to this system, and I did get around with all that stuff on well over 20 hours of battery life with it before I had to recharge it. So the battery life is absolute superb. You know, I'm really happy with the battery life. I actually thought with the extra powerful processor and the extra brightness of the screen, I thought I'm going to get a 5-hour ride out of it, but you'd easily get, like I say, about 20 hours out of it with everything on. So I'm just going to go through the battery saving mode just in case you do want them extra hours, and 20 hours isn't enough for you. I'm just going to quickly go through that for you and show you what sort of battery life you can get. So if you go to menu, go to battery saver mode. At the minute it's estimating about 20 hours of battery life, and basically I've got it around about 40% of the brightness. And then if you enable battery saving mode, as you can see there, it goes up to 74 hours. And obviously you can reduce the backlight, hide the maps, display, timeout. Obviously it'll change if you, obviously you won't need the maps, but you can turn it off and the hours go up to 77. And you can reduce it how you want. So I'm going to unenable that. Yeah, so it just shows how much battery life you can get out of this thing. It is absolutely extraordinary considering the processor and how bright the system can be. Why they haven't put a solar on the 1050 yet, because the battery life's so good, they don't need to. So let's get on to the next feature they've added to the 1050, the bell, which is a cool little feature they've added. You just click on one of your thingy and then it's absolute cool and is an added brilliant feature, especially for us roadies who don't like a bike bell on our handlebars. And obviously sometimes we go on them public and cycling paths where you do have people who like to take up the full distance of the path. This is a beautiful added little feature where you can just basically press your bell to move out the way, and it sounds brilliant, and it's even loud enough. I've used it a few times and everyone can hear it. It sounds just like a normal bell, and yeah, people get out of the way, so that's the good thing about it. Also, one of the nifty features of the bike bell is you can connect it up to your Di2 buttons on the top of your hoods, and I've done that, and it's absolute cool because you don't have to reach down to the Garmin. You've got it on your hand and you can just press it and the bike bell goes off. It's absolute brilliant. So you might be thinking, are they going to be putting the bell on the other Garmins, the 540, the 840 and the 1040s? Well, the answer will be no, because the way the 1050 works is it's got a voice prompt and sound quality upgrade, which is not in the others, and they've only got beeps and blobs, but this has actually got a voice actuating thing. If I go into settings here, go down to system, go to sounds, obviously there's your tones, turn your sound to your tones, but this is what you've got voice prompt activating.
Approaching summit. Approaching summit.
Yeah, so none of the others have got that. So basically the 1050 adds voice prompts, and you get different bleeps and blobs and all sorts of things, and that's how they could add the bell. So it won't be coming to the other Garmins, but what will be coming to the other Garmins is the hazard reporting system, which I'm going to go into here. So just before I get into hazard reporting, if you are finding this video interesting and it is helpful, please think about liking and subscribing the video. It does help my channel and gets it out there to more people. And yeah, if you can do that, that'd be great for me. Yeah, so let's get on hazard reporting. It's easy enough to do. You just click on your screen and then you've got hazard there, and then you've got animal, obstruction, pothole and slippery. I'm sure there's a few of us who've had that barking dog jumping at us when we've been on our rides, or how many potholes are on the roads at the minute. It's absolutely crazy. And yeah, you can actually report it, and I think within 30 seconds of you reporting it and going into the system, it will go out to all Garmin Connects around the country, so everyone will get it then on their screen. And then also, if you will get prompts if there is a hazard, that is the hazard still there, and if it isn't, then you can say no, and then it'll take it off the system. So that's how it cleans it up, so there's not 3 billion hazards what are no longer there. So it's an absolute brilliant system on how to report hazards on the road, especially potholes, which are becoming slightly dangerous. And yeah, I do like that feature. This feature is coming on all the firmware updates from 550 upwards. So you'll get it on your 840s and your 1040s and your 540s, I think. So yeah, it's a good way of reporting incidents or hazards. So the next thing I'm going to go into is climbPro. I'll show you the screen up there. And now climbPro on this is absolutely unreal. It is absolute super looking nice on the screen. I have used it a few times now, and one of the things what annoyed me about the 840 what I was using was the gradient was always lagging behind from exactly where it should have been. It just didn't go as quick up to the what exactly percent of gradient you're on. But I can safely say I've been using this a few weeks now, and basically the rides and the climbs I've been doing have been nearly next to bang on. Now I think this is not only the 1050, I think that the new firmware what's come out, the 840s and the 1040 should also now be super slick on the percentage. But obviously let me know in the comments if you are still struggling with that, because I did find it annoying on the 840, but I do say on the 1050 it's been a lot better and it's a lot more responsive on the gradient settings. And climbPro is just one of the big features why a lot of people go with Garmin's, because, and especially for me as well, I just think it's absolute brilliant, especially on the big climbs in the Lake District. I just find it absolute super quality. And yeah, that's the climbPro. Yeah, so another new feature on the 1050 is Map Manager. Now, one of the annoying things what I found was if I needed if I was going abroad and I was in a different part of the world, I'd have to change my maps from Western Europe to maybe Eastern Europe or vice versa. And there was a time when I actually forgot to put it back to Western Europe, and for some reason for about 6 months I wasn't getting any climbPros. The maps were just single track roads and none of me lanes were coming up, and I thought it actually was broken, but it was just me being stupid and not being able, because you used to have to connect your Garmin up to your PC and swap the map managers over, but now you can actually do that in the system. So I'll just quickly show you, go through that. You go into the system, go to system, go to map manager, and as you can see there I've got 4 downloaded. I've got Africa maps, Australia, New Zealand, cycle map Europe and cycle Middle East. Now I only use Europe, which as you can see on the screen there is obviously UK and the Western Europe, and you can add different ones down the bottom. Click on the thing and then available to download, and you can straight download them straight to the unit instead of actually having to connect it to your PC, which I find it really helpful, especially if you're out and around, you forgot to download the maps you need, or wherever you're going on holiday and you forgot to do it. So I absolutely love that. It's free Wi-Fi, so yeah, absolute brilliant. So I'm going to go through the revamped interface and show you how it looks and what features it's got. So let's quickly put the system in front of me and then we'll have a look now. So I've put it into dark mode just so it comes through on the screen, hopefully a bit more clearer for you to see. So if we swipe up, we get then the widgets of all your activities and stuff, weather, messages, notifications, group rides and history of your rides. Now if you click on the pencil, that's where you can change them to different, where you actually want them on the main page, and then you can add whatever you want. You can add your power, VO2 max, primary events, sunset and sunrise. I'll just quickly add that just to show you. I click at the top, and then if we go back here at the bottom of the screen, you'll see that sunset has been added at the bottom. Yeah, and you can just quickly click on any of these and it'll open up the weather or the sunset and give you weeks of when the sunset and sunrise is going to be. So there are your widgets. We'll go back to the main screen, and then you've got your activity profiles: road, indoor, mountain, e-bike, gravel, road, and obviously you can change them and add more different ones, whatever you want to do. There is a tutorial at the bottom. I'll just quickly show you here in the menu screen. At the bottom, tutorials, it'll show you how to change them, and whatever you want to put there, you can actually change the names as well. You've got navigation, you can add your courses and stuff there. Right, so then we'll flick down and then you get your screen here. You can change your brightness of your screen. It's on auto at the minute. You've got your sensors. You can click on sensors and it'll show you every sensor you've got connected. Your battery life, your GPS, edit your profile settings, phone and sounds. Then at the bottom here, which are a bit fiddly if you are on the bike, you've got your different thingies. I've got my light and my Varia connected here. My camera there, as you can see. Credit card, which I can't connect. Climbs I've done, weather and such like that. Set your bike alarm, and yeah, and find a course. So that's basically the interface. Here you've got last course added. Also on the day it'll add, if you've done a ride that day, it'll show up here, my tempo, and you can add different things here too if you look through the tutorial guides. So how much is this gonna weigh your bike down? It does feel a hell of a lot heavier than the other Garmin's. It's 161 grams, and yeah, it does feel a lot heavier than the others. That's probably because of the battery in it, because obviously if you want to get them 20 hours of battery life, you're going to need a big, a heavy battery in it. But for me personally, it's not going to be much of a great deal. I mean, if you are a pro cyclist and you are trying to get as light as possible, maybe it is a bit of an issue. But for someone like me, or any one of the normal casual riders like us, it's going to be absolute fine. And yeah, I do love it. And for the extra hours you get for the battery, I think it's a compromise worth having the extra weight in it. So I'm quickly going to go through the conclusion of the 1050 and let you know what I think of the unit. Yes, I do absolutely love the unit. It is a little bit pricey at £650, but like I said earlier on, if you want to get £50 off this unit, go to Sigma Sports, go on the PC and wait until it comes up for you to sign up to their newsletter. And if you spend over £500, put your email in, they will send you a code, and if you spend over £500, you'll get £50 off this unit. This is what I did on Sigma Sports. I'll put the link of there in the description. Have a look, try and get it, put your email in and see if you can get that £50 off. But yeah, other than that, the unit is absolutely brilliant. The only issue I could basically find for me personally is on the 840, it was touchscreen and it also had the buttons on the side, which this hasn't. It's obviously got the start and stop button and the back button and the on and off button, but the 840 had the side buttons, which you could use the buttons or the touchscreen, even though the touchscreen on this is probably the best touchscreen I've ever seen on a bike computer. I mean, it is absolutely brilliant at interfacing and quick response and getting to places where you want it to be. And yeah, I really love it, and hopefully this video has helped you and I've gone through some of the stuff what I found out. And if you've got anything in the comments to ask me, put it in there. I will try and help you out, and obviously like and subscribe if this video has helped, because it does help my channel. So yeah, so that's it. Thanks for watching. If you have liked this video, please think about having a look at the end of this video and looking through some of my other videos where I've took my bike up to the Lake District and up some of the craziest climbs using the Garmin's, Honest Pass and stuff like that. That'll be the end of this video. Take a look, and hopefully I'll see you on our next video on the channel. Thanks for watching.